Good afternoon. My name is Dan Cryer, and I have the honor of serving as the Minnesota State Fire Marshal. So as Superintendent Evans mentioned, fraud is not a victimless crime, and arson is not a victimless crime. I recall moments after the fire, the day after the fire, I talked to the Lutsen fire chief, making sure that he had enough resources to be able to extinguish the fire, that we could prepare ourselves to do a thorough investigation. And that fire chief talked about how he and his wife met while they worked at the lodge. And that told me how important this property was to them. And he mentioned how many firefighters on his department also worked at the lodge and the memories that they have. A few weeks later, a friend of mine who's a retired deputy chief from the city of Brooklyn Park talked about visiting that lodge regularly with his wife for their anniversaries. And that spoke volumes to me about the importance of this historic lodge to the community and across the state. In my office, as well as our partners here behind me, we made sure that we dedicated as many resources as possible to complete that thorough investigation to bring us to where we are today. There are so many people that I want to thank for helping us to get where we're at today. First and foremost, the community. We received a lot of questions over the past almost 2 years from the media, from community members. When will the report be complete? Do you have any other additional information? I appreciate you staying away from the scene, preserving evidence, providing tips, and helping support this thorough and successful investigation. Thank you for staying patient, and thank you for helping us gather evidence to find answers. As Superintendent Evans mentioned, this fire investigation, the scene was incredibly complex. We have a 3-story building burnt to the ground. All the evidence is in the basement. We have to sift through what's burned, what's not burned, what's damaged, be able to try to identify the fire patterns and the evidence that we use as investigators to determine where the fire started and try to get to that answer of how the fire started. That takes time to work through that scene. We put a lot of resources from the State Fire Marshal Division up there. At one point, we had 8 of my staff. That was about 10% of my staff up there, from fire protection folks, hotel, motel inspectors, to fire investigators, all putting their heads together to try to figure out where did the fire start, what are some possible reasons that the fire grew in the way that it did, and what are some possible causes for us to explore. To my team, your diligent work and thorough work, time investigating cannot be understated and will not go unnoticed. To our local, state, and our federal partners at the ATF, thank you so much for your collaboration. This was truly a team effort, much like all of the investigations we do at the State Fire Marshal Division. In a final note, while our investigation work is done here, I want to take this moment to remind everyone that fire safety is important for all of us. So while today we may be talking about an arson fire, I want everyone to keep in mind that we want you to be safe and practice fire safety at home because we want to prevent all types of fires, accidental and intentional. Together we can save lives and reduce the property loss from fire in our state.